test for man. One giant leap for mankind.
Sorry about that. I'm a little bit of a soup sandwich this morning. I don't even know if my live stream is actually live. I've got like so many things going on right now. While I get myself unkerfluffled, the word of the day, I think it's a word, you go ahead and muster up. Where you from? What you munching on? Welcome to the show. All right, let me refresh this because it says live, but that's not always the case, especially when NASA's hosting the stream with their 720 derps. Yeah, so I got my workout on this morning. I got my leftover post-workout shake, but it's so warm, it's disgusting now. Haven't showered yet, clearly. If you follow me on Twitter, yesterday I posted a video of the squatters that moved in. We got some Bugs Bunnies that moved into the lawn. Apparently they discovered our garden and the carrots we have planted. They can't get to them because it's a raised garden, but still, they moved in right next to it, which is terrible timing because we can't let the dogs out on their own without supervision because we're afraid if they find them, they might not become friends with them. Instead, they will chew them up. We don't know what they'll do. They might end up cuddling with them. I don't know. But it's bad timing because last night, Wiley, and I'll switch to doggo cam here so you can see who I'm accusing. Doggo cam, where is it? I can't even find it. There it is. Doggo cam. Wiley, come here. Come get Jeb. Oh, he's laying right there in the doorway. Get Jeb. So, man, he must be really tired. He's not feeling the best, I don't think, because he had diarrhea last night. And again, it's bad timing because we can't let him out just to run free and within the gate because he might find the bunny's nest. So we're letting him out like every half hour until he gets rid of that stomach bug. Anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about you guys. Where are you from and what are you munching on so we can get to the stream here that's launching in about 6 minutes. Locals members, I do have the locals chat open. Good to see you there, Keystone or Kestone01 and Sunspark with the shades is back. Pretty sweet, brah. What's up, Todd with 2 Ds? My brother-in-law is Todd with 1 Ds. 1 Ds. Respect to Neil Armstrong. Heck yeah, from my hometown, or just about neighboring town. My dad delivered mail to his house after he had moved out. He was there when he was a teenager. Wapakoneta, Ohio. Jim Brown, what's going on, Captain? Thanks, brah. Shoots, brah. Antony, good to see you, man. And, of course, Austin McMurtray, Indiana. Howdy, neighbor. What was I watching? The lawyer wife and I were watching the documentary last couple nights about this Natalie girl from an orphan from Ukraine that was adopted by an Indiana family. And it was such a sad documentary. It was crazy. I don't know what it's called, but basically, I won't spoil it, but they think this orphan girl from Ukraine that they adopted is actually not a young girl, but a much older lady. I think The Orphan, the movie, the scary movie, was based off of it. Anyway, if you want to watch, I think it's on Amazon Prime. Go ahead. It's kind of heartbreaking, but it's kind of weird too. Anyway, Indiana. We got Americans in the chat. America.
What, is this a communist country or something? I thought this is America.
And we have our friends from Texas. Texas.
I pulled him out of a place on Midgard called Texas.
What's going on, Florida, Tennessee, New Hampshire, Ohio? Got to do Ohio. Of course, I'm Kevin from Ohio.
The Manchester United fan club from Ohio.
Hey, New Jersey's in the chat. What's going on, New Jersey? Get yourself some Red Lobster.
That's a lovely accent you have. New Jersey?
And UK is in the chat.
You sound like you're from London.
What's going on, Montana? Beautiful state. West Palm Beach. Good to see you, dude. Hellfire. Good to see you again, man. What's going on, bro? Miami, Georgia, Pennsylvania. Howdy, neighbor. All right, so let's go to the live stream right quick. We'll go big screen. Okay. Big. There it is. So this is a cargo Dragon mission, not crew, cargo, going to the space station, CRS-28. This is the capsule's fourth, I'm going to cheat really quick. I want to say fourth time flying for the capsule, SpaceX.com/launches. Fifth flight for the booster, I do believe. I got him reversed. Dang it. See, I told you. No, I got him right. I got it right. There it is. Fifth flight for the booster. Fourth flight for the spacecraft Dragon. See, we're not live now. Gersh darn it. What happened? I think it's because I switched tabs there. That's like a new YouTube feature I talked about before. It sucks. Screw you, YouTubes. This will be uploaded to Rumble after because I have much love for my Rumbillions. We're about to surpass my YouTube subscribers on Rumble. Thanks to YouTube shadow banning and, cancel culture. Which is kind of ironic that YouTube just announced that they were no longer like having some of the restrictions, like talking about the 2020 presidential election. That's everyone knows that's because Rumble is so successful now. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel on Rumble, do so. Let's put us over the YouTube. I love my YouTube subscribers. Appreciate you guys. But you guys know me. I love supporting free speech platforms. That's why I joined Rumble years ago. And that's why I'm supporting Twitter now. Hesitated a little bit there the other day when he almost didn't share Matt Walsh's, the Daily Wire's What is a Woman documentary, but he redeemed himself. He totally redeemed himself. So I will keep my subscription, and as soon as I am approved, because some of you have been asking, as soon as I am approved to monetize on there, I'll be doing like subscriptions and everything. So stand by for that. Been waiting several months. It could be several more years. I have no idea how fast that works. They do it manually. They approve manually, so it could be some time. All right. I don't know if it's the camera lens or what, but this rocket looks a lot more stubbier than normal. They got shorter boosters now. Did I miss something? What's going on, Cocoa Beach? Wapakoneta. Are you really from Wapakoneta, or you just repeating what I said earlier? Let me refresh locals here just to make sure that's up and running too. Okay. All right, let's turn the volume up. We're under the 2-minute warning.
Ground gas
Those
close
clouds
out.
you see are
All
the
the way
chilled
up.
gas above the LOX tank liquid surface that we vent overboard. And when that gas comes out in contact with the warm Florida air, the air condenses into clouds and water.
Now Dragon is about to transition into internal power. Also, Falcon 9 computers will then enter startup mode, which is when the Falcon 9 flight computers take control of the countdown, guiding the rocket through the last seconds before liftoff. You should hear a call out about startup shortly.
Falcon 9 is in startup. Dragon is in countdown.
Both stages are now pressurizing for launch. At T-minus 45 seconds, we'll hear the SpaceX launch director verify go for launch.
Go for launch.
There you go. And at launch, the International Space Station will be flying 260 miles over the North Atlantic, south of St. John's, Newfoundland.
T-minus 30 seconds. Fifteen seconds. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition, engines full power, and liftoff of CRS-28. Go Falcon, go Dragon.
Liftoff of about 7,000 pounds of science and cargo, including a new pair of solar arrays to boost power on the space station.
7,000 pounds. That is one fat Dragon. Lose some weight, bro. You're one to top, Kevin. Licking them clouds. Tasty. I haven't got to do any cloud licking yet this season yet. It's been too windy.
Successfully lifted off from historic launch complex 39A in Florida. And we're now coming up on max Q in about 20 seconds from now. And this is the point of maximum aerodynamic pressure that the vehicle will go through during its flight.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
And there's that call out that Falcon 9 9 is supersonic, traveling faster than the speed of sound.
Listen to that constant boomage. I love it, dude. Snap, crackle, and pop.
Max Q.
And there you heard the call out for Max Q. Coming up next are 3 events back to back, the first of which is Main Engine Cutoff, or MECO, and this is when all 9 Merlin 1D engines on the first stage shut down. After those 9 engines shut down, the first and second stages will separate, and this is also called out over the nets as stage separation. From there, the second stage will ignite its Merlin vacuum engine to boost Dragon to low Earth orbit during SES, or second engine start one. And this whole sequence takes about 15 seconds. Should be expecting that call out for main engine cutoff in about 40 seconds from now.
I'm late. Shit. Have you ever seen that that G.I. Joe? You know, the old ones that were the parodies where they take the G.I. Joe clips and put their own words over it.
It takes our Dragon spacecraft to orbit.
Like bad lip reading. There's this one where this kid was falling off the cliff in the G.I. Joe cartoon and they go, shit. Look it up. It's hilarious. My brother and I say that to each other all the time now. The pork chop sandwiches one is good too.
See that main engine cut off.
Look up G.I. Joe pork chop sandwiches. That's your homework for today.
Nico? Stage separation.
Looks pretty clean, bro. Good job, guys.
MVAC ignition.
Light the nub. The MVAC nub.
And there you heard those callouts and probably saw on your screen, main engine cutoff, followed by stage separation, and then second engine start one. As I mentioned earlier, we're flying an MVAC nozzle, a shortened MVAC nozzle on our second stage. If you're just tuning in, you're watching a live webcast for the 28th Commercial Resupply mission to the International Space Station for NASA. This is SpaceX's 38th mission for 2023 and the 4th Dragon flight to the International Space Station this year. We lifted off from Kennedy Space Center's historic Launch Complex 39A just about 3.5 minutes ago. Now on your screen, on the left side, you can see our Falcon 9 first stage, which is going to descend back towards Earth, and the second stage on the right side of your screen, which is carrying the Dragon spacecraft. Now, as a reminder, today's mission marks the 5th flight for this Falcon 9 booster. Falcon 9 booster, which previously supported the Crew 5, GPS-3 Space Vehicle 6, Inmarsat 6F2, and 1 Starlink mission. In order to make its way back to our drone ship, A Shortfall of Gravitas, the Falcon 9 first stage has 2 more burns to execute. The first is the entry burn, where 3 of the Merlin engines will reignite. This helps slow the stage down as it re-enters the upper part of the Earth's atmosphere. The entry burn is followed by the landing burn, and this.
Yeah, so it's going to land on the drone ship. It's not a boost back burn like their previous Dragon mission. Was that that was Axe 2, I believe, right? And I don't know the backstory behind why they recently made the MVAC engine bell nubbier, or stubbier. Obviously, it has something to do with efficiency. A bigger bell means more weight, but maybe also more efficiency because it's about that expansion ratio, right, when you're in the vacuum of space. But they must have figured out through computation that a nubbier bell must be more efficient in the long run. And one is less weight, and maybe the expansion ratio just works better for them. That's the general answer that I can give. If you know more specifics about the story behind that, feel free to leave it in the chat. Okay.
Falcon 9 first stage has 9 Merlin 1D engines, and each engine generates about 192,000
that's a good point, Anthony. Cost would probably have a huge factor on as well. Cost of weight and cost of dollar bills.
Nozzle. And that, and the vacuum engine generates about 203,000 pounds of thrust.
They probably don't need that integrity ring anymore, or whatever it's called, the stability ring that always after ignition that kind of falls away because it's not so long anymore. I don't know. I have to rewind it and look.
Burn, which will take place just over a minute from now. There you can see an amazing view of our stage 2 with its shortened MVAC nozzle.
Talk about that guy. Ooh. Let's watch the ice cube float away. That's always the best
first
part.
stage, which is not currently on your screen, has reached apogee and is now beginning its descent back towards Earth. The second stage is continuing to take our Dragon spacecraft to orbit.
What's up, Ohio gang? Ohio. That's how we do it in the hood on the streets. You know, you got east side, you got west side, and then you got
first
Ohio.
Stage entry burn begin in about 15 seconds from now on the left side of your screen.
Kelly's Island, Ohio. Okay. I'm assuming that's going to be in the Great Lakes. I've never been to Kelly's Island. Alex, what's going on, man? Yeah, it's been a while. Good to have you back, dude. Missed you. We're keeping you busy still. You're a workaholic, dude. Take a vacation already.
Second stage on the right side of your screen. And there's that call out for stage 1 entry burn startup on the left side of your screen. The second stage is continuing to take our Dragon spacecraft to orbit.
Lake Erie, okay. Yeah, I'm from the Northwest again, Walpock, Salina, but I avoid.
Performs before landing on our drone ship.
I like Sandusky, but I avoid the Cleveland area because I don't like Cleveland.
And there's that confirmation of stage 1 entry burn shutdown. As we get closer to first stage landing, it's good to note that the Falcon 9 first stage is equipped with 4 landing legs made of state-of-the-art carbon fiber with aluminum honeycomb. These landing legs are placed symmetrically around the base of the rocket and deployed just prior to landing. And if successful, this landing will mark the 198th time that we've recovered a first stage booster, including both Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy missions.
You just got married, Alex? Well, congratulations. Everyone, please clap for Alex and our condolences.
25 seconds away from that landing burn beginning.
Just kidding, brah. That's awesome, man. Good for you.
Transonic.
Now have a litter of children.
Now, as the rocket descends through the Earth's atmosphere, this really puts deceleration into perspective. In the span of less than a minute, we'll have reduced from twice the speed of a jet all the way down to 0 as the rocket lands. And as Falcon lands, we may also hear a call out that the second engine will shut off around the same time.
Yeah, I'm a weirdo who doesn't have any human children, just fur children. Yeah, I think everyone should have a lot of kids. I'm quite a rare hypocrite. I'm not saying if I would have kids if it happened, but I'm not actively pursuing it. Enough about that now. Kevin's omnipotent.
Landing leg deploy.
Nice. Is that a bullseye? What do you think? What do you think, guys? Regardless, please clap.
Stage 1 landing confirmed.
And
if it tips over, we'll unclap.
The Falcon 9 first stage that supported today's mission has landed for its 5th time, having previously supported Crew 5, GPS 3, Space Vehicle 6, Inmarsat 6F2, and a Starlink mission. Today's landing also marks the 198th successful landing for an orbital class rocket. You may have also heard confirmation of good orbit.
Acquisition signal.
No, she stepped over the line, doesn't count.
At T+9 minutes and 30 seconds into the mission, we are coming up on the last major task for Stage 2, commanding separation of Dragon a couple minutes from now. And we expect to have video of Dragon separation from the top of the second stage, which looks into the trunk.
Routine miracles. I'm not an accident. I'm not a happy
CRS-28
accident. I'm a
joining
miracle.
the Crew 6 vehicle, currently on orbit, so we'll be back to having 2 Dragon spacecraft. 2 Dragon spacecraft docked at the International Space Station. As for cargo, today we will be delivering more than 7,000 pounds of science, research, crew supplies, and vehicle hardware to the orbital laboratory and its crew. To date, SpaceX has sent and brought back over 280,000 pounds of crew and cargo to and from the space station.
Yeah, next year is our 10-year anniversary, so I'm starting to plan on what I'm going to do with her. Maybe I'll take her to Cedar Point.
Dragon separation about a minute and a half from now.
Give her that 5-star treatment. Put her on an
As a
amusement park
reminder,
ride.
this is the 4th flight for this Dragon capsule, having previously supported CRS-21, CRS-23, and CRS-25 to the space station. Today's flight also marks the 20th reuse of a Dragon vehicle overall.
So
now, Dragon has 16 Draco thrusters on board, each with the capability to deliver 90 pounds of force. There are 4 pairs of 3 thrusters spaced evenly around the capsule, as well as 4 forward bulkhead thrusters underneath the nose cone. Now, notably, today's Dragon does not have Super Draco thrusters, seats, or life support systems, as it's not carrying crew. And this saves on weight and space, and also allows for a faster refurbishment time.
He doesn't know what to do. Say, I've itched myself. What's next?
While initial designs of Dragon carried solar arrays extended outward from the trunk, the cylindrical structure located directly behind the Dragon capsule, the current Dragon has these arrays fixed directly to the trunk. And you may see at some point both a light and a dark side of the trunk, and that dark side is actually those solar panels, while the light side is a radiator to help cool the spacecraft. And speaking of solar panels, you can see on your screen right now the solar panels that we will install on the International Space Station.
Dave, I can't even
Once the
pronounce
Dragon
some of
capsule
those
reaches the
names,
ISS,
so
it
I'm
will
not
be
going
able
to take her there.
autonomously dock using its navigation sensors, centerline camera, and light detection and ranging or LiDAR equipment. And there you can see on your screen Dragon separating from the second stage. Well, that's going to do it for me here in Hawthorne. The next milestone coming up is the Dragon nose cone opening sequence, which protects the double ring and navigational sensors. And I'll toss it over to Shaniqua in Houston to talk us through it. Shaniqua?
That's the trunk right there, exterior payload.
Thanks,
that doesn't need to be
Zach.
pressurized or
Everything is
anything.
still going
So
well back here in Mission Control Houston.
quiet, I am speaking. So we don't listen to people from NASA around here, all right? Unless you work for JPL, I got respect for them. Yeah, they don't put mice in the exterior payload bay unless they misbehave. Then maybe they do, like they bite the technician or something, the engineer. So that's gonna wrap up our stream as well. Okay. But I appreciate you guys tuning in with me on this beautiful Monday. It's now officially afternoon mission to the space station. Sadly, none of us are going, but maybe some mice are. I don't know. 7,000-pound mice. You heard it here first. Thank you all for tuning in. And until next time, Godspeed. I'm Sean Connery.